Welcome back to another EDC Weekly. This week, I just want to reiterate there is a brand new way to submit. There's a new website, bestmedc.com. You can go there, you need to register, create an account, and then you can submit. You can directly upload your photo to my Google Drive. It's a very simple process. It works very, very well. And I'm now able to publish those on the website. So if I can't get to them here, I can feature some of my favorites there and I can utilize a lot more of the submissions. And if you're featured anywhere, here, on Instagram, on the website, you get an additional entry. So go to bestmedc.com. You can still go to edcw.co, but you'll still need to register, submit your EDC, and let's do this thing. Before we get started, this video is brought to you by RovyVon. If you are not familiar with RovyVon, they make these really small, super bright flashlights. They're water resistant, drop resistant, and they get up to 550 lumens. They come in a polycarbonate, aluminum, stainless steel, titanium, and a luminous body, and the luminous body also has a side light that can be either a red side light or ultraviolet. They're really, really cool. If you want to see more about them and possibly purchase one of your own, you can go to their website and use my coupon code BestDamnEDC for 10% off your purchase. It's all linked down below. So this week, there's no theme. I went through a bunch of submissions, which they are so much easier to go through now thanks to the new setup. They're all just in my Google Drive in one folder, and it's so neat rather than being scattered all over the internet. But no theme. It's just really cool gear this time. I swear you guys stepped it up after I launched the website. Some of these submissions this week are insane. They're really great. Thank you guys again. Let's do the thing. So first up this week is a true legend. John Smith has been supporting the EDC Weekly since I launched it in 2016. He submitted so many times, and I was joking about it in the Discord earlier today. If he submits, it's an instant feature, and it's true. It was a joke, but it's also true. John, every single time you submit, you make me feel like a noob. You have awesome gear. You can find John over on Instagram at 875FPS. FPS, not SPF. I always say SPF. First up, we have a leather EDC slip by Coyote Workshop, who's also been featured on the EDC Weekly, at least as an honorable mention. Inside that, he carries a Victorinox Cadet with stonewash tools, and beside that is a Hollow Point Designs blackout pen, which you can no longer get. His notebook of choice now is a Field Notes Texas State Fair Edition, and he also has a Brasswerx SAK lifter, which he says is coming soon. And on that, he has a Combat Beads line of fire bead in bronze. The brass top is from eBay, and he has an R&D handkerchief. On top of that is a DPX Hest F triple black knife, and finally beside that is a Brasswerx custom Victorinox Voyager tool set with orange ALOX scales. And just a note, all that stuff that's from Brasswerx, that's from John himself. He makes this gear. You can check it out at Brasswerx. It's all gonna be linked down below. But he makes custom Victorinox knives. He makes the scales, and he does really good work. Anyway, John says, "Hey Taylor, hope you're doing well, buddy. What's it like being a full-time YouTube star now?" I don't think I'm quite a star, but it's really good to be full-time and be focusing solely on my own stuff. It's really great. Of course, I am making some videos for Pocket Now, but my primary focus now is this, and it feels fantastic. So thank you all for making this possible. He says, "I tried to focus on fall colors for this month's entry without going too over the top. Fall is a beautiful time of the year, but sadly we don't get the full effect of it here in the South, down in Texas." That's true. The wallet is in all of my photos. It's made from very tough leather and holds my cards and backup knife. I don't see myself switching to anything else for a very long time. I always have a notebook nearby. For me, it's much easier to jot down ideas and designs in one of these than it is to use a random app on my phone, and to get a nice history of what I was thinking and doing throughout my previous months. A buddy on Instagram asked if I had ever thought of making bottle openers out of my SAK scaled limbs. After a prototype or two, I have to say I really like how these came out. I work on a few between knife builds, and once I get enough to list, I'll put them up on my website. Stay tuned to my Instagram to know when they'll go live. I'm doing brass, copper, and a few novelty ones out of the Victorinox ALOX scales. Orange Swiss Army knives seem to be a pretty rare color to find. Every time I put an order in, I always look for orange at the various outlets, and no one ever has any in stock. I've had these since last October, and I finally took the time to make a knife with them. I found the little stick bot guy at some random store, and the kids love it. We stick that poor guy all over the house for $6. It's hard to beat. Ryan and his wife at R&D Handkerchiefs made some very nice and affordable hanks. His flannel hanks are by far the softest things I've ever felt. If you're a hank person, you need to find some flannel ones. Apparently, they do not make these anymore. My DPX Hest has been in my collection for many years now. It's practically a multi-tool by itself. It has a bottle opener on the spine of the blade that doubles as an Emerson-style wave that grabs the edge of your pants pocket and deploys the blade as you pull it out of your pocket. That's pretty terrifying, honestly. It also has a 1/4-inch hex cutout on the end of the knife, as well as a window breaker. There are also some wire strippers on the blade near the pivot, and the default, not this one, lock bar stabilizer will lock the blade open so it doubles as a fixed blade. By far one of my favorite knives. The new website is killer. I can see this becoming a very popular place. God bless, and a huge congrats on your success. Well, I don't want to celebrate too early, but things are going really well. There are hundreds of users on the website already. I encourage you, I implore you to go to the website, sign up, tinker around. If you find anything wrong with it, I did create it in 2 days, so there are some bugs. If you find any, just ping me. My email address is very easy to find, just Taylor@bestdamnedc, and ping me. I'll try to fix it. If you need any help with anything, I'm here. This is my baby. This channel, that website, that's my baby right now. So I'm trying to get it to grow before my actual baby gets here, you know, before I have no time for anything ever. Thank you, John. As always, you kill it, you knock it out of the park. And of course, you have a second entry in this month's giveaway. Of course, you don't need any more gear though. You've got so much gear already. Whatever, I don't discriminate. You'll still just make me even more jealous. The next submission comes from Jarren Nesbitt, and I actually shared this one over on the website earlier in the week. This one is really cool. He's a pilot, and this is what he says he carries when he can, because he can't always conceal carry wherever he flies. So this is what he carries when he can. First up here, we have an Apple Watch 42mm with a trim leather watch band on it. His phone of choice here is the iPhone X, which he carries in a Spigen liquid air case. The wallet you see here is a customized version of a Nautica trifold wallet, and the knife, which, ooh, baby, that's a beautiful knife. That is a Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and on that, those are custom scales from TI Survival. They're anodized, and they look awesome. And then finally is a Glock 19 Gen 4. I am really fighting myself to not get this knife and have this done to this knife. It just looks so nice, but doing something like this and customizing a knife like that can get expensive in a hurry. Anodizing from TI Survival isn't that expensive. It's only like 35 bucks, I believe, but you have to get the scales. So if you get the G10 version of the Paramilitary 2, you've got to locate some scales that you can have anodized. So you've got to buy the knife, then you have to buy the scales, then you have to have them shipped there, anodized, pay for that, and then they're shipped back to you. It's a process, and I'm not quite ready to go through it, but if I get a custom Paramilitary 2, this is it. That is so nice. Anyway, Jarren says, the watch is Apple's original 42mm version. I've had it since launch. It's incredibly slow now, but I've never felt the need to upgrade. Until the most recent Series 4 came out, I'll buy the 44mm version eventually. The leather band is broken in nicely and gives a smartwatch a more classic feel. The wallet is Nautica's Gunwell trifold leather wallet. I cut out the card slots and ID section and sewed them back to back. I've had it for 6 years and I just can't get myself to pull the trigger on a new one yet. The knife is a Spyderco Paramilitary 2. It has a titanium pocket clip and scales that have been anodized by TI Survival. The G19 has mods and doodads to make it go bang more comfortably. It's a nice way to put it. My EDC changes on a regular basis with weather and work. I'm a pilot and some of my flights take me to states where I can't CCW. Stoked to see you doing the EDC videos full time. Keep up the awesome work. Keep this up. This is really nice, and that's a great description for the gun. Mods and doodads to make it go bang more comfortably. I'm gonna harp on it. That knife is sick. That is really nice, and I want it now. So thank you, Jarren, for submitting. You now have a second entry into this month's giveaway. Okay, the next submission comes from Joseph Schultz, and this one is a little more full than the other submissions, but it's no less awesome. This one has tons of awesome gear. First up here, we have a RovyVon Aurora A2 in black chrome. So that is the stainless steel version. Next to that, the knife of choice is the Microtech LUDT in tan and black. His phone of choice is the Apple iPhone X, which he carries in an Apple leather case. It was used to take the picture. Next to that, the multi-tool he uses is a Leatherman Charge, which he also has the Leatherman Pocket Clip, which is a separate purchase for that. And he also carries a Spyderco Bug SS, that is the tiny little Spyderco, and a Fisher Space Pen bullet. Below that, you see his key organizer, which is the Orbit key in black leather. And he also has Apple AirPods and an Apple Watch. Finally, to the bottom left of the photo is the Secred Slim Wallet Indigo 5. In that little pocket clip, the lanyard on the keys, I know that is something specific. I know that it's a product that people look for. I don't remember the name of it, and it's not listed anywhere here. So if you know what that particular key clip is, let me know down below. Anyway, Joseph says, the only thing not included is my iPhone 10 because I took the picture with it. The Aurora A2 is the first EDC flashlight I ever carried, and it is so useful for seeing in tight spaces in detail. Microtech is my favorite knife of many to carry. It holds an edge well with M390 steel and is very reliable. The lanyards are for identifying my stuff easily, as well as easy access, and the pocket clips keep everything in their place so I don't have to think about it when grabbing something, as I'm often in the middle of a task when I need it. P.S. I love your YouTube show, and most of all, I wanted you to see how you inspired me to put more thought in my EDC. I always carried a knife and a Leatherman, but the other items have become an essential. I found out about the flashlight on your channel, and after that I started tweaking my EDC with all the ideas from you and the people you feature. I can't thank you enough. This has made my everyday life more streamlined, and I feel more prepared at any moment. It's funny how having just a few things in your pocket can make a day go that much smoother. Thank you again. Keep up the amazing videos. Sincerely, Joe. You're welcome, Joe. And that's one thing I want to do here. What I'm trying to do here with the EDC Weekly is not make you more tactical. I don't care about things being super tactical or that prepared mindset. It's more about just making your daily life easier. The stuff that makes you get through your day just a little bit easier, or something you just enjoy. It doesn't always have to have a purpose. I think some people get too hung up on having just the essentials, something that just gets you through the day, but there's also some stuff like a top in your pocket that just, I don't know, it's just fun and it's cool. And it doesn't just always have to be utilitarian. I like utilitarian things, but I also like things that are just cool for the sake of being cool. And I think the point I'm trying to make is not everything has to be so serious. Just enjoy stuff, carry cool things, carry things that are useful, carry stuff you like, and don't worry about what everybody else says. If you like something that everybody else thinks is tactical and you like it, so be it. It doesn't matter. Carry what you want to carry. Anyway, thank you, Joe. You now have a second entry into this month's giveaway. The fourth and final submission this week comes from Joshua Coon. This one's very simple, but I picked it for a reason. One, really cool stuff. I love the Olight in this picture, but also that wallet. I have that wallet. I've carried that wallet. I like that wallet a lot, but I haven't gotten around to making a video about it. In fact, there are a ton of things I have not made a video about yet that are just right outside the frame. So much stuff and not enough time. Anyway, first up here we have the Olight S Mini Baton in copper, and boy is that beautiful. Just above that in the picture is the Spyderco Lil Native, and beneath all of that is the Dean EDC Pocket Organizer. Inside the Pocket Organizer, he keeps a Machine Era Company Maker Set Field Pin Compact, as well as a Rat Bastard Enigma Pocket Probe, which is a pry bar. On his wrist, he wears an Apple Watch Series 3 in space gray. And finally, at the very bottom of the photo is the Nutsack Clipster leather wallet. Yes, the wallet is from Nutsack, and they make really, really quality stuff. They sent me some bags as well as that wallet. And if you want me to make a video about their bags or the wallet or both of them, let me know in the comments down below, because I will do it. I've got two Nutsacks right there out of frame. Yes, I do. They're very, very big, very expensive Nutsacks. Anyway, Joshua says, this is my go-to carry setup. I enjoy showcasing gear that I think is quality and modern to what others enjoy seeing on my feed. The Olight S Mini has been with me for many years and has never failed me. The leather pocket organizer was handmade by one of my close Instagram friends at dean.edc. I have enjoyed carrying the Spyderco Lil Native due to its small size and lightweight design. And you had nothing to say about the other stuff? I want to know about that pry bar. That pry bar looks really nice, and so does all this other stuff. Listen, Olight, I want this right here in copper and titanium. Make it in all the beautiful things. Just do it for me. Do it for me. I know you love me. I love you. Let's just make this work a little better. It's a beautiful EDC. I like it a lot. Thank you for sharing. And Joshua, you now have a second entry into this month's giveaway. That concludes the featured EDCs this week, and moving forward, I'm going to be doing something a little different for the honorable mentions, only because this show, editing this show, has become quite the chore. I think last week it took me upwards of 6 hours, and that's just for editing. That's not pre-production, that's not shooting it, that's not all the uploading and stuff that happens after I finish rendering the video. That is just editing. So I've got to do something to kind of reel it back in a little bit and make this a little smoother, because this process is getting out of control, and now I have the website to maintain. So the honorable mentions, we're just going to roll through them, and that's how it's going to go from now on. We're just going to roll through name, picture, it'll pause on there for just a few seconds, and then we'll have them featured on the website as well. So if you want to see more about those, they'll be linked down below, and you can go to the features on the website. Does that work? That works for me. Hope that works for you. So, cue the honorable mentions. All right, with all that out of the way, thank you for watching. If you were featured in this video at all, you have a second entry into this month's giveaway. And if you want to be entered to win in the giveaway, just go to edcw.co or Best Damn EDC, sign up, fill out the form, submit your EDC, and that's it. And if you're featured in any place, Instagram, on the website, or here on the EDC Weekly, you get a second entry into the giveaway. And that's all there is to it. If you want to support what I'm doing here, you can go to patreon.com/bestdamnedc. There you'll find several different reward tiers, such as being able to watch this show 24 hours before anybody else, or getting access to exclusive coupon codes, or participating in a private live Q&A with me. I'm going to be doing that very, very soon. And if you don't want to support on Patreon, the other way you can support the show is by clicking the links in the description down below. And if you click through and it takes you to Amazon, sometimes sites like REI and other websites, those are affiliate links. And if you click those and purchase anything within a few hours, or sometimes days, or sometimes weeks and months, if you purchase anything after clicking one of those links, we get a little bit of a kickback. It's the gear you're going to purchase anyway. It doesn't cost you any extra, but it just gives us a little bit of a kickback. So you can do that, or just subscribe, like, and share. Any little bit helps. Of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. Hit the like button if you did enjoy this video, and be sure to follow us around the web. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at BestDamnEDC. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CasperTech. And until next time, carry on. Whew. Struggled through that one today. Whew. Not always easy, folks. Not always easy.